I went to the Muslim mosque in 1960 when I first went to Miami training for professional fighting. I went to a Muslim meeting. And as soon as I heard it, I knew this is what I've been looking for all of my life.
Why do you insist on being called Muhammad Ali now?
That's the name given to me by my leading teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's my original name. That's a black man name. Cassius Clay was my slave name. I'm no longer a slave.
What does it mean?
Muhammad means worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
At the height of the racial unrest of the 60s, Cassius Clay, Baptist, had chosen to become Muhammad Ali, Muslim. Establishment America was infuriated, even terrified by it. Why was this sports star rocking the boat? Who did this Cassius Clay think he was? It turned out Muhammad Ali thought he was a free man. He had a mind of his own, and he wasn't afraid to use it. The war in Vietnam that would provide a defining moment for 25-year-old Muhammad Ali. As a Muslim minister and conscientious objector, Ali refused to be drafted, even though he knew it could mean the loss of his heavyweight title, even jail. In the face of enormous controversy, Ali did not flinch.
There haven't been very many Negroes in this country who have protested the draft in the sense that they have gone in and fought. Do you think that you are setting some kind of an example that perhaps some of them may even...
I'm not out to set no example for nobody to follow. I'm a Muslim. I'm with 600 more million who believe the same as me, and I'm just sticking to my religious beliefs in the Holy Quran.
Just how far would you go to keep from taking up arms?
I'll die. It's anything that's against my religious beliefs. I'd rather face machine gun fire before deviate from the teachings of Almighty God and the religion of Islam. I would die.
Well, in this situation, you wouldn't have to die. It would mean that you'd go to jail if you refused to take up arms.
I'm not saying where I will go. I'm just letting you know that I'm going to stick 1,000% to my religious beliefs, even if it means die. You figure out the rest.
On May 8, 1967, Muhammad Ali officially refused to be inducted into the armed services, and he paid the price. He was stripped of his heavyweight title and his license to box.
And if they choose, I am a Muslim minister and a teacher of the religion of Islam. It has been said that I have two alternatives: either go to jail or go to the army. But I would like to say that there is another alternative, and that alternative is justice. They say to me daily, "You are a prize fighter. What's the difference?" And I like to say to those critics of the press and to the others that there is one hell of a lot of difference in fighting in the ring and going to war in Vietnam. My intention is to box to win a clean fight. But in war, the intention is to kill, and continue killing innocent people. And I want the world and the cameras to hear, who's the heavyweight champion of the world?
My father has a lot of sides, and you hear about the fights. You don't hear about family that much and what that meant to him.
And I remember the moment I fell in love with him when he was, make me cry.
What's your dad's name?
Muhammad Ali.
He would always tell me time is going to fly. He could foresee things and knew how important those things would be.
It was unbelievable, the power that this man had. And the little boy said, "I got leukemia." And Ali said, "I remember I told you that you are going to beat cancer and I'm going to beat George Foreman." And the little boy said, "No, Muhammad, I'm going to meet God and I'm going to tell him that I know you."
George Foreman, how you doing?
He whispered in my ear, "That all you got, George?" And that was about all I had.
This is a microphone, and when you get to be a big girl, I'm gonna play this back so you can hear.
I was the Concorde of boxing. I was at a high altitude than the rest, moving faster than the rest, but you just have to get used to riding on jets again. You can't ride Concorde.
He actually said, I don't want you to be like me, I want you to be better than me. How can you be better than the greatest, huh?
You just can't measure that in the word great. It has to be another word created.
I mean, who doesn't know who Muhammad Ali is?
People just feel the love that emanates from him, and people can feel that.
You look beautiful.
I know my mother, she looked at him and she hugged him and then she started to cry and she left the room. She said, well, I looked into his eyes and I saw God.
When we finally arrived, the chauffeur escorted my sister, Layla, and me up to my father's suite. As usual, he was hiding behind the door, waiting to scare us. We exchanged many hugs and kisses as we could possibly give in one day. My father took a good look at us, then he sat me down on his lap and said something that I will never forget. He looked at me straight in my eyes and said, "Hannah, everything that God made valuable in this world is covered and hard to get to. Where do you find diamonds? Deep down in the ground, covered and protected. Where do you find pearls? Deep down at the bottom of the ocean, covered up and protected in a beautiful shell. Where do you find gold? Way down in the mine, covered with layers and layers of rock. You've got to work hard to get them." He then looked at me with serious eyes. "Your body is sacred. You are far more precious than diamonds and pearls, and you should be covered too."
أيها النبي قل لأزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن ذلك أدنى أن يعرفن فلا يؤذين وكان الله غفورا